to pay a higher rate on incomes over $250,000. Companies have more profits, which means then they hire more people. The whole economy gets stronger. We don't get it. Reduction plan. Look, my opponents, they've got a plan too. The problem is, like Bill Clinton said, there's no arithmetic in it. Somehow they think that they can spend trillions of dollars more on tax cuts for the wealthy and somehow bring down our deficit. They can't say how they'll do it. They won't say how you have a $5 trillion in new tax cuts and not end up raising taxes on middle-class families, or spend another $2 trillion in new military spending that our military says we don't need without asking you to foot the bill. The math just doesn't add up. And I'm going to tell you, Milwaukee, I refuse to ask middle-class families to give up their deduction for owning a home. men and women who served us so bravely. You did that. Now, I was trying to make this point the other day in Florida. I said, you can't change Washington just from the inside. I've learned that. You've got to enlist and mobilize the American people to help bring about change from the outside. And Mitt Romney heard me say that. He said, he started changing his speech. He said, oh, he got all excited. He stood up and he said, I'll get the job done from the inside. And that made me want to ask, what kind of inside job is he talking about? If it's one of those inside jobs where he's rubber stamping the agenda of this Republican Congress, we don't want that. Oil companies write our energy policy. No! Our insurance companies writing our health care policy. No! Our outsourcers writing tax codes. No! That's not the inside job we want. No, you know, if it's one of those inside jobs where politicians in Washington tell women that they can't make decisions about their own health care choices, that change takes more than one term. It takes more than one president. It takes more than one party. It can't happen if you write off half the nation. In 2008, 47% of the country didn't vote for me. But I said to those folks on election night, I said, I may not have won your vote, but I hear your voices. I'm fighting to create American jobs. I'm not fighting to improve schools in red states or schools in blue states. I'm fighting to improve schools in the United States. I'm not fighting just on behalf of workers or businesses or rich or poor, the 1% of the 99%. I'm fighting for American values. Have hope. If you're still ready to go, these last 45 days, if you're willing to make some phone calls for me and knock on some doors for me and vote for me, we'll win Milwaukee.
Shaking.